everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing the fourth installment of The Verdict Is. It is basically a series in which I review one product or a line of products. It just depends on which product I tried during that time. And lately I have been trying the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet Liquid Lipsticks. These look like this, as you can see. And they are drugstore products, hence, hence the brand Bourjois. Alright, so I have decided to talk about this in different categories. The first one is packaging. In terms of packaging, I would say that these have the average packaging of a drugstore product. It's nothing fancy, but it's very practical. It's very lightweight, and it's also really secure. You need some kind of pressure to open it and to close it, which is very secure to put in a handbag. It's also, a plastic package, so that's not going to get broken or shattered or anything like that, which is nice. In terms of price, I think that at least in Israel they are overpriced. They cost about 125 shekels, which is like the equivalent of $35, which is really crazy for a drugstore product. But the good thing about drugstore makeup is that they're usually on some sort of deal. There's always a deal in the world of drugstore products, so you can get them for a good deal. You just have to stock the drugstore department and really catch them with a good deal. The third department that I wanted to talk about was the shade range. These are new products in the market, so the shade range is still very minimal, at least so far, at least from what I've seen. The shade is very minimal. You have the really bright shades like the ones that I have now, and you have the very nude muted shades, which are the ones that didn't really attract me or catch my eyes, or tickle my fancy, so to say. The shade range is minimal, but it's a product that's still at the beginning of its shelf life, so to say. And I would think that if this was a successful product, that it would come up with more shades. But I mean, other than that, the shade range is pretty pathetic. In terms of the scent or the flavor that it gives, at first it has a horrible scent. It reminds me of like those bottle of white glue that you used to have in elementary school in art classes. Those really white bottles of glue. It smells horrible, but luckily enough, the scent doesn't linger, so it disappears within a couple minutes, and it doesn't have any flavor whatsoever, which is amazing. Now, let's talk about the performance of these products. Do they perform well or not? In terms of performance, in terms of pigmentation, they are heavily pigmented. This is one swipe of color. Now I'm using the shade Pink Pong, which is number 6. The other shade that I have is number 5, and it's called Flamingo, and it's really nice too. They claim to have a matte finish, which is actually true. Now, in terms of how they feel on the lips, they are really lightweight. They feel like absolutely nothing. They feel like you have absolutely nothing on your lips, no product. You almost feel like you forget that there's anything on your lips. And then you go to the mirror and you're like, oh, wow, what's that heavily pigmented shade that I have on? I forgot that I even had lipstick on. So it's really not heavily pigmented, and that's actually nice. They claim to have a matte finish, which is true. But usually matte lipsticks are drying. These are completely non-drying, which is great. They feel so comfortable on the lips. At the end of the day, when you take them off, you don't feel like your lips are chapped or dry or abused, so to say, which is nice. They're also really long lasting. In terms of longevity, I usually wear them when I have like really long days or when I feel like wearing such a bright shade. So on long days, I apply them at 7 a.m. and I come back home at 9 p.m. So basically around 14 hours away and without reapplying them. And I come back home and I can still see the heavy pigmentation on my lips. So in terms of longevity, they're definitely long lasting. Even when you eat or drink, you can still see the pigment, the heavy pigment on your lips, which is amazing. Would I recommend this product? I would definitely recommend these products. I think that the verdict is that these products are amazing. I think that Bourjois did an amazing job with creating these lipsticks. I think that it's a beautiful product and I highly recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give me some thumbs up. And if you think you're really interested in buying like the shades that I have, which I will actually swatch in, I don't know, actually I will have a blog post with swatches and everything linked down below. Once I do them, of course. So don't forget to check the links down below to see the swatches and things like that. And thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and I hope to see you soon. Bye!